one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Mahomes going to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd down, Armstead. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Complete to his giant Jalen Hyatt. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll stay with the run and Armstead. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now it's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. Now he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Herbert now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Simmons. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
George Karlaftis, the man to bring him down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
A point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the... There he goes, left side! Saquon Barkley. He's to the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Saquon Barkley. That's his 18th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. Touchdown! From 3 yards out. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. And
that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Herbert. He finds his man complete. It's Simmons. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Herbert off of play action. A quick throw there is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And it'll be intercepted. A strong run. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun 2nd half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the 2nd half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A first down carry for Barkley. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 132 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
I think we're used to seeing a drop. When someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Down the sideline he goes. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. 58 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Groupie for the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Banks. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Mahomes firing complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
The pressure came off of the corner, and while they recognized it and turned it into a big play, I'm looking at the defense on that one because when you do bring extra pressure, you have to rotate someone over for coverage, and I think he was a step too late and gave up a big play.
139 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that made upside points on the board when this drive is over.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. left side complete. That's Banks. And he will have a Chiefs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football is not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 7. Now he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
A give running right is Armstead. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And the Chiefs are going to get him. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing 12 yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Here's Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. The slot man in motion right. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest. There he goes, left side. Now he's free to midfield and all the way down to the 41-yard line. 182 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Now Mahomes. Looking left side and he's got him in. That's Banks. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Chiefs have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Chargers.
One of the most exciting plays in football. A kickoff return for a touchdown. And in all the excitement, let's not lose sight of the fact that now the pressure shifts to that snapper, holder, and kicker. This extra point is really important.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. This is 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Saquon Barkley racing to the end zone. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert gonna throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Hyatt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Herbert to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. He's going to get it again, just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they take a knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but in